Good morning and welcome to the Lioness Den. We are so happy that you have decided to join us today. Today we have a special treat. We're doing the Entrepreneur Spotlight. Look, but before we jump into it, let's grab our phones. Here is my phone. I knew it was on my desk. Let's grab our phones. Let's go to our social media and let's share. Let's share with everyone what's going on because we want to grow our audience this morning and get everybody into the Lioness Den so that we can share this important information that is going to be given to us today. So, look, if you like me, grab your phone, go there, click share, and just click share now. It's that easy. It'll say posting, post it. You're done. Look at that. Try it. Follow me. Do the same thing. Go to all of your other pages and just share it now. Share with your friends. Share on Instagram. Share on Threads. You can share on Threads now, guys. Did you know that? You can share the live you're watching on Threads. So if you have friends on Threads, that's the new thing. If you don't know, share it on Threads, share it on Instagram, share it on TikTok. And help us just to grow our audience and share the information that you not only get, but you want other people to get this information about the Lioness Den and about the important subjects that we discuss on a monthly basis. Look, so we're going into the Lioness Den. We're going to talk about an entrepreneur spotlight. We have a few ladies here today that are going to blow your minds. They are entrepreneurs and they are doing the thing, guys. So without further ado, let's go into the Lioness Den. Hey guys, we are back. Look, I'm still sharing. I was trying to hurry up and finish before it was over, but I had one more share. And I am pushing the button right now. Done. Look, if you have a few more that you need to share, do it right now. This is how we get this done. This is how we share with everybody what's going on the Lion's Den and the Lioness Den. So guys, without further ado, I am going to bring in our guests for today. Here we are. Hi guys.
Hi.
Look everybody, we are so blessed to have with us today two entrepreneurs with two very different businesses. So that's why I wanted to do not the same thing that we always do. You know, I am in media, so I can tell you about media. But today we have Miss Cheryl Bagley of Miss Cheryl's Transportation, and we have Miss Sulena Olivia of Simply Optics, Sulena Olivia Music. She's been with us a bunch of times, so we got a whole bunch of stuff that comes with Miss Sulena. So we have Simply Optics, Sulena Olivia Music. What's the other one, Sulena? Because I think it's two more that I'm missing.
So the umbrella is Sulena Olivia Enterprises, and Sulena Olivia Music is under it as well as Simply Optics. There's That's So Christmas, which is under Sulena Olivia Music. Various subsidiaries under Sulena Olivia.
There you go. So, in the words of one of my great friends, Prophetess Madeline, a serial entrepreneur. She likes to say that all the time. Sulena is a serial entrepreneur, and so today we have one special guest. I think Miss Cheryl has her grandson with us.
Yes.
So he might have a few things that we haven't thought of. Train him up, and so she has him with us today. All right. So, can we start off with let's see, Miss Cheryl, why don't you tell us about your business first, and then we'll get Sulena to tell us about her businesses before we get into a deep conversation about being an entrepreneur, and then we'll come back and do some promotional stuff about each business.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Yes. Hello everyone. I am Cheryl Bagley. I am the owner, the founder of Miss Cheryl's Transportation Services. What we do, we actually transport children, students, elderly, to schools, to appointments. Even if you want to go to like on trips, things of that nature. That's what I do on a daily basis. Been in this. I've been in transportation services for the past 17 years, but I started my own business approximately 3 months ago. I used to work with Maryland Transportation Administration. I was a bus operator for 17 years. And then what I did was I decided that I wanted to do my own transportation. Um, I find it to be exciting. I enjoy what I do. And the ultimate goal is that to people just not just get it, just ride with me, but I want them to experience something else. It's not just a ride, but it is an experience. And hopefully people get what I'm trying to establish, and that's just to do what God has told me to do. And that's just basically what it's all about, doing what God says for me to do, and that's what I do. And get them to their destination in a timely fashion, and in a safe measure too.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. You know, I'm going to get back to something you said. I'm going to write it down because I want to get back to something. You said something very important that business people don't say. And so I'm writing it down. That's why I'm not saying anything because I'm writing it down. I don't
Okay.
want to forget it. Sulena, tell us more about Sulena Olivia Music or Sulena Morris Enterprises. I don't know which name I want to. I don't know which name I'm getting it wrong, but I want to say it right.
SOE. It's Selena. Everything is Selena Olivia Enterprises. So Selena Olivia Enterprises encompasses a it is the umbrella of subsidiaries that are in a few different areas. I'm one who aspires to be a media mogul. So I do production, events, music. I'm actually a performer myself, a singer, songwriter, vocal coach. So all things music and entertainment, as well as I do branding and marketing. And I have administrative experience, management experience. So the other entity, Lydia, that you were trying to think of is So Good Management. So Good Management Services offers administrative support, project management, strategic planning. I love speaking with a visionary and helping them not only see the full vision and really spell it out, but the logistics of how to get it done. So the whole spectrum. And in that process, it's really Selena Levy Enterprise is a one-stop shop of all that you need for your entity, from the writing the vision and making it plain, writing out the mission, and then carrying it out, managing people, systems, processes, project management to down to even risk management. Like, what should we anticipate when we're doing this event or executing this particular project, and how can we prepare for those things? And also taking care of people, the manpower in the process. I care about people and processes. So all that is encompassed in everything Selena Olivia Enterprises, and it's manifested or expressed in the various subsidiaries of Selena Olivia Music, with all things music and entertainment, from music education all the way out to music entertainment and music ministry as well. And then you have Simply Optics, which is the branding and marketing company of myself, where I help with branding, doing graphic design, all the way out to press releases, video editing, video promotions, um, helping with community marketing, social media, digital marketing, advertising, all of that. Um, and even traditional marketing. You have local marketing with radio and flyers, actually where to place them, strategy with doing that. And then SOCA management, again, is the administrative support business, helping you manage what we've envisioned and then all the graphic design and then really shape the image of your and the culture of your company or brand and actually administratively the manpower, helping manage people, processes, projects, all that. So one-stop shop. That's the first time I ever really said that. I realized I really have one-stop shop for your
Excuse
company,
me.
your ministry, your brand. How about that?
Excuse me, everybody. I am getting over being, at least trying to get over being ill this week.
Mm.
Give me 1 second,
Sure,
please.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
So, guys, Cheryl and I have known each other for some time, and we met actually in a community-based entity, the church, one of the largest churches in the world, the Church of God in Christ. We both were members of the same ministry and met there and started working together in ministry there and developed a friendship relationship that has lasted for some time
Yeah.
now. I think I started, it was 2015, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
2016, yeah. Wow. And it's 2023. And so here we are in 2023. I will tell a quick story. Hopefully I won't take any longer than 90 seconds before I actually segue back to Cheryl. Cheryl, you don't know this. I don't think I shared this with you. The night that I posted the flyer you responded to,
Mm-hmm.
I was fighting between, and this is a major part of being entrepreneur. You fight between how to spend your time. And it was getting late and I was like, I need to go to bed. No, I need to do this flyer. I had this inkling that I needed to post this. It was a cover graphic for my Facebook profile. And there's strategy to that where you post to your personal platforms on social media for business and you kind of do it in splashes. And I was doing a splash because people didn't know I was now offering administrative support, like officially. And the branding and marketing business was still new too, and so I did a cover graphic that organized both entities on the same graphic in a way where people were able to see, oh, she does this, and this. And so I stayed up just a little longer. It took me about an hour to not just do the graphic, but decide where I was going to place it, plug it into the various platforms, and boom, splash the internet. And I went to sleep. And I woke up to Miss Cheryl Bagley commenting under my post saying, I need you to design my logo. If I did not take the time to do that the night before, I don't know when you would have said something. I know you did see the graphics. A lot of people saw the graphics that I was posting on my personal profile, but didn't know that I was the one designing them. They just thought, there were a lot of people who have said after I started sharing, hey, I designed like 99% of the stuff that you guys see on my platform. People were like, you did this? I guess they thought I was paying for it. I don't know. Paying for someone else to do it. But I took that extra time. I had that inkling. I went with the inkling to spend that extra time to create a graphic, and I woke up to the fruit of it. Sometimes you just gotta press just a little more. And then
Yeah.
Cheryl and I met, and let's talk about that meeting till Lydia comes back. We met, and I know how that experience was for me when we met, talked about your vision, and just things started to just unfold about where this brand could go, your transportation service. How was that meeting for you?
That meeting was awesome. I'm gonna go back to the logo thing because I know I posted on Facebook and I was like, I knew I needed a logo, and I said, a lot of times procrastination steps in, and I was like, let me just put it out there. So I put it out there and, texted, typed it up, put it out there, posted it and everything on Facebook. And when you came through, and I was like, let me go with somebody that I know, like, I mean, like, I feel comfortable with, and I've been in her presence. I mean, like, yeah, you shine. So I'm like, so I just went on with it, and and then because at that point when I posted it, then I started getting a whole bunch of people was like, oh yeah, I do this. I was getting people that was sending me examples of their work and inboxing me and asking me what I mean. Like when I posted it, I know I got at least about it seemed to me like 100 individuals that was
Wow.
willing to do that, and I said, Sulena. Sulena.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I had a couple of years back. I had somebody to do some work for me before, and she does excellent work, and I had hit her up, but then she was like, well, she didn't have enough time. So I said, okay, but by this time I had already talked to you. We had came up, we had made the plan to get together on that I think it was, I don't know what day it was, but to meet up and talk about it some more. And that was it. But the day that we got together, it was a sure enough, it was like, okay, do you mind? It was a sure enough, I knew that this was it.
Yeah.
When we were sitting across from each other, and I was like, yeah, I want her to do this. Because in my mind, I always say, let's eat. And when I say let's eat, that means let's come together as sisters that's trying to move forward, make our lives better with the help of the Lord. So let's eat together. Like it's so much that's out here. The opportunities are out here. So let's take it. Let's do this. Let's take that chance. Let's move forward in this. And so I'm like, she has a business. I have a business. I need her. She needs me. Per se. Like it works
Yes.
that way. That's
Yeah.
to me. That's how it should work. So I mean, like I always say, Jill Scott, the famous Jill Scott. She says, "There's money to be made and bills to be
Bills
paid."
to be paid.
That's the famous. That's what all I hear. So like, let's make this money. Let's make our lives better. And so if you can help me and I can help you, let's do this together. And so that particular when we got that day that we were talking at Panera Bread, I knew that was it. That's how I felt. I said we gonna do this together. And that's why it was important because I understand that I figure this is how I figure about it. So I'm like, okay, Sulena, because I know how. I'm not saying I know how you are, but it's like you are very quiet. You don't say too much. You know what I'm saying? But when you do say, you say a lot. So I'm like, you don't say too much, but when you do say, you say a lot. And you're not gonna say, I need this type of whatever. And I'm like, okay, my sister needs just as much as I need. So let's help each other out. So I'm like, I want her to grow just like she wants me to grow. So we're gonna grow together. And that's how that meeting was for me that particular day. We gonna go together wherever we go at with this. And then when I had someone come and they asked me, they was like, well, Cheryl, who's doing your website? Who's doing your flyers? Who's doing your logo? I said, Sister Sulena. I said, let me pass this number to you. And let me pass this number. But don't use this number. Use this number. If you're gonna use it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it because she's about what she's going. If she says she's going to do it, she's going to do it. So I'm giving you the number. You call her and you talk to her and let her and see where she's going to go. How y'all can come up to an idea about what the look. I say because what she's going to do, she's going to ask you what is it that you're trying to do. Because you got to be ready. You have to be ready. You have to know what you want because can't nobody pull it out you. You got to know. I got to give you something for you to work with. A little snippet. And once I gave you that snippet of what I was trying to get, that was all that I needed. I said I wanted me because I wear my hair out. See, I always say I'm what's that? eclectic. I feel like I'm different. I don't try to follow the trends. Totally. Whoever you are, please stop.
So,
Yeah,
so can I
I
can
don't
I
try to.
can I interject real quick? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
ma'am. Yeah.
So I want to tell y'all that Miss Cheryl is an awesome driver, and ask me how can I tell you that? Miss
How?
Cheryl has held the whole conversation while this young man did everything and didn't lose her place. She did not lose her place while he did everything that he was doing. So your children are going to be in good hands if you put them on Miss Cheryl's transportation. I just wanted to interject that real
That was a
quick
great
because
try.
she just demonstrated that she can stay on task with children doing different things while she's trying to have a conversation. If she can do that, hey, I'll put my kid on your van.
Hilarious.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, but that's what I came when we met. That's what it is. And I'm gonna stop right there so y'all can finish.
No, that was great. I just want to tell you that was great. It's not many people who can keep a conversation, stay on task, and this young man, he is very active. So he had the
Yes.
earrings and the screen and everything, and you were just still going with it, just like he wasn't doing it. You just get, and so it takes a special person, um, a
Yes.
parent, a grandparent, whoever. It's a special person who can continue the task at hand when children
Mhm.
are involved because they can pull your attention to everything else. So
Yeah.
that's all. I just wanted to interject that because you were saying great things about Sulena, and I know they're all true.
Hmm.
But I wanted to interject that because you were also, in doing so, showing your ability to concentrate on the task at hand, while Sir there, Mr. Sir, is just having himself a wonderful time.
A wonderful time. A
A
wonderful time.
wonderful time. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Thank you, ladies. I am really getting over being sick, and so like, this is the great part about virtual, is that you don't have to be 100% and outside of your house running and ripping. You're still at home,
Hmm.
where you can get what you need if something happens. And so thank you, because I was literally having a coughing fit, but you guys just kept the conversation going, so I appreciate you both so much. and
Absolutely.
and to everybody who's watching or will watch this, these ladies are awesome. They just did me a great favor, so thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
um you Miss Cheryl was talking about the um sitting. She said let's eat together. And if you look at a lot of things, one of my current pastor, he says, how do I get to know you? By having a meal.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And it's really important. How do I know that I can trust you? Because over a meal you're a little more comfortable, and you're going to say
Hmm.
exact you I'm going to see who you are.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was major that you said we were eating together. I took note, even during my cough. I took note to that. You said we were eating together, because that's a major thing. People who you eat with get to actually, because this is the thing. If you're a sloppy eater, they get to see that. They
Hmm.
get, no. Let's be honest, because it's a big
That's
thing
Yeah.
that's
about
the thing.
it's something that you can watch how your mannerisms come through when you're actually having a meal. So if you're a
Right.
sloppy eater, if you're talking with your mouth full, all of those things come through in a business meeting. And so
Mhm.
sometimes you try to be on your best behavior, but if you're a person who has no control, you're going to stuff stuff in your mouth.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So a person
Hmm.
gets to take and see a lot about you during a meal. And so when you said that, I thought about one of the things that Apostle says all the time to us is, come and sit down and eat with us. You get to
Yeah.
observe a person when they're eating with you, and it
Yeah.
gives you a different feel. So thank you again, ladies. But thank you for bringing that point up, Miss Cheryl.
Yeah. Most
It was
definitely.
great. It was
Most
great.
definitely.
Selena, you are a jack of all trades. I have to say that, when it comes down to this Selena Olivia Enterprises, I know you, so I can
You do.
talk about all of the stuff you've done. But I was just thinking, while you guys were talking and I was coughing, um, I was thinking about, um, you've gone from music educator, which you still are.
Mhm.
You've had two successful events that were very successful during the pandemic. Very successful events. Fall into Love, which was successful not only business wise but ministry wise. And then
Mhm.
That's So Christmas, which was also very successful. And you have the knack of collaborating with many people at once.
Yeah.
Um, as an entrepreneur, because a lot of us as entrepreneurs are islands,
Yes.
can you tell us how you do that? That's really what I want to ask. How do you reach out and trust that and build that community because you collaborate with so many?
So there's a lot of, thank you for asking that, and thank you for the compliment that you said. In this, thank you for what you do. Before I answer your question, thank you for what you do. I've said this before, but this moment is really coming. It's really weighing on me how much you've created a very quality platform where you showcase and empower people. So thank you for what you do. Um, Part of working with people, especially as an entrepreneur, that how do I do it? One of the biggest things is I know that it literally takes a tribe to do anything, in my opinion, effectively. And someone that's in ministry and also the middle child of five, I know that a house is successful when everyone in the house truly works together. Um, I've seen the pros and cons of having a lot of hands in something. The pros when there's genuity, when there's authenticity, the pros outweigh the cons. Um, and conversations are major. I'm learning more and more about that communication. Um, Having a basic understanding and respect for every single person um, within whatever you're doing in that particular culture, the family unit to a business to a ministry, um, knowing that every single person has a part. They're just not a part of what you're doing. They are a part of what's being done. And having that perspective of it being a united thing and not just my thing and you're my help
Mm-hmm.
is a big deal from the standpoint of it being productive. There's higher productivity. But weightier than that, there is a morale that is fostered and kept, created and kept amongst the people. That relational equity is just like stirred and stirred and stirred, and you keep refining it. Something that I'm very adamant about now. I didn't always know this part is not assuming just because things went well once means it's going to go well again when it comes to, to the camaraderie and the working together of multiple people. You have to know what's the best fit with each person. And part of that, I believe a lot of that comes from the whole pastoral piece to me. Um, Being able to see people where they are in every way by the grace of God, seeing the personality versus the gifting versus the skill set and the character. So that their character says I can trust them, but their skill set still needs some time and they have the heart to learn. So I see their character, I see what the needs are for the skill set, and then I see the heart. Because the heart is where it is and postured the way it is, I know that the skill set can be built. And because their character is the way that it is, I know that that process
Uh oh.
There you
I
go.
think there she is. Someone might have called her. When we go on live, it's always when people want to
I put
call
it
and
on
pop in.
airplane mode. I don't understand why
It
and I
happens
was
every now
showing
and
them
then. I
too.
promise you. I promise you, it happens to all of us every now and then. But please continue. It's okay. It's okay.
And it was not a FaceTime call. I'm not sure what happened with technology just now, but Yes, I don't know what is the last thing you all heard. What's the last thing
Well,
you
you
all
were
heard?
saying how you're putting the character and kind of building the person because they have the character, the skills sometime, but then there's that last piece that you were talking about to
Ah,
put the three together.
the character, the skill set, or the competency, and so the character and the heart really are one. Where a person's heart is, you see it in how their character is displayed. So character and competency. The competency doesn't always have to. You can find someone who is very competent, very skilled at what they do, but their character is the pit. And so you have this person who can do something so well, but their character takes away from the overall, and Lydia knows this about me, takes away from the overall morale of the project or the production. And I'm definitely one, I care so much about people, and that the heart of what's being done is not tainted. I don't care how good you are at what you do, you will not taint the morale of the company culture. Brand culture is so vital. The skill and the precision, the pristine nature, that'll come if you have people who will really work with you and have a great heart. Everything else will be added. It's very similar to seek you first the kingdom of God. Sorry, y'all, I'm a preacher. And his righteousness. And all these things will be added. When it comes to a brand, those core things are in place, all the other things will fall into place. So, in working with people, looking for those core things, it has been, I believe, what's contributed to the measure of success. Um, and we're still growing and still advancing. There's still, higher heights, as we say in church, and deeper depths. But yeah, that is definitely the thing. Seeing the character, weighing out the character and competency. It's a dance, because you cannot completely forsake competency, because you can have somebody who just means well and they're sincere and they just, they love you and want to do well, but the competency is so low that they slow up the process, and then that ends up, you don't want to do that. And so it's a dance.
Got you, got you, got you. Uh, I want to talk to him actually, because
Look, he's
he is
doing
doing it
it.
today. He is doing it today. Okay, I just want to talk to him because I'm like, okay, um, Sulena, but Sulena, you're so right about the character and the competency. Sometimes, if we could just get competent people
Hmm.
that actually have great character, you find that a project works so much better. Um, Miss Cheryl, you said something before I went in and got into what I was dealing with, but you said do what God called me to do as a part of your business. And so a lot of time people don't I wrote it down because it jumped out as you were talking.
Hmm.
It really jumped out and it kind of it touched me. And it touched me because a lot of people, when we choose business, we don't necessarily choose what God called us to do for business.
Right.
Let's be
Right.
honest. We don't. We think about business. And sometimes our business is ministry. It should be because it should be what we're called to do.
We,
Uh, Talk to us about how you knew this was what God called you to do.
well, how I knew that he had called me to do it. Um, I was okay. I had stopped working, and I knew that I wanted to do something else. Graduated, bachelor's degree, graduated with a master's degree in business administration.
Wow.
So I'm like, you know what? What's the next move? Because I really believe that God he has a plan for me, and so it dropped in my spirit because this is how I got to it. So I started driving two kids back and forth to school. And I was like, and I enjoyed it. I really did. I mean, like, enjoyed it. But the kids they were family, and they were they since they knew cousin Cheryl, they didn't. they thought that they could just get in the car and then they could just do whatever, right? But and not realizing on their part, they didn't understand. They just knew that they was riding in cousin Cheryl on Cheryl's car, and that she was taking it. And so they would do all kinds of stuff, fighting, fussing, just things like you would have your children, and that was like, this is a business, and I had to stress that to their parent. This is a business. But I knew after I finished working with them, it was like, make this a business, start a business. And I realized that when people would get in the car, and see, I'm a talker. I'm gonna chit chat with you. I'm gonna sing ABCs. I'm gonna ask you how your day is going. What you plan on doing the next day, and things of all that nature. And it was like, this is what you do. Your ministry is to speak with people, to talk with people. Like share, talk with people. And so and it was like, this is what you do. I just know. Sometimes you can't really. For me, I can't really pinpoint, but it's like, I know for not a shadow of a doubt that God wants me to do this. And see, when I had to understand that it wasn't a business, it was a ministry. Your ministry is to work with people. Work with people. These people are getting in your car, and they're trying to get it to a destination. Some are just want to ride. I had one young lady. She was like, I took her husband and her to an appointment. They took me everywhere, but I mean, I took them to the appointment, and then they had me go somewhere else. But that's not it. But when she got out the car, she texted me the following. When she got off, she texted me, and she said, "Cheryl, when I got in the house, I started crying." And I'm like, well, here I am. I'm a little old Cheryl. I'm just driving and enjoying the ride. See, when I ride, when you ride with me, you might hear a little gospel, you might hear a little jazz, and I'm just driving along, enjoying. I took my aunt had not been out driving in such a long time. I took her out all the way out Cockeysville, and she's like, I hadn't been outside in a while, and I was just driving. People just want to get out. That's what I'm saying. They just want to get out. They just want to go. And so, and I don't have no problem. I'm gonna ride till the wheels fall off, till we don't have no more, till we don't have no more gas. I'm gonna ride. And and that's how I felt. That's how I feel. Like God say, this is just not a business. This is your ministry. And you get to the point where like, you're going to not only go ahead, sir. You're not going to only you're not going to only drive, but you're going to minister to people. You're going to be beginning to talk. They're going to be listening to, keep still. They're going to be listening to gospel music. They're going to be enjoying themselves. So just do what I tell you to do. You can't keep walking around here and not being obedient to what the word is telling you to do. So do what I tell you to do, and I'm gonna make sure everything. And I wanted to get back to something too. I wanted to say that many times we get caught up in the money aspect of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you build businesses and you want to make money, not realizing, if you understand that it's a ministry, the money is going to come. Just do the work. Do the work, Cheryl. Stop worrying about how much you're going to make, when it's going to come, if you're going to get a vendor, if you're going to get a contract. Just do the work. Be obedient. Carry the, take them to wherever they need to go. Speak into their lives. Let minister to people. Like, I don't have to do a whole sermon, but just the mere fact of encouraging somebody, telling them that they can get through it. Young lady said, she was like, little girl gets in the car. She was quiet. She ain't say nothing. Can't stop her from talking now. She wouldn't talk. She wouldn't say anything. When I asked her one day, I said, so are you always quiet like this? And she was like, that's what she did to me. Next thing I know, she was like, she gets in the car. Good morning, Miss Cheryl. Yeah, I had a hard day at school. She starts to talk. And sometimes you gotta pull that. You gotta say something to them. Say something to them. Don't just let them sit there and don't say anything. I just that's all I can say is that when God puts it in me, it gotta come out some way. And the minds come out in and talking. People might say, "Oh, girl, you just do you talk, talk a lot, or you so you're always laughing." Because I don't have time to be running around here sad. It's that it's me thing. You can't get in my car like that. If you getting in that car with me, I'm going to ask you what's wrong. Let's talk about it. If I don't have the resources, I'm gonna find the resources for you. Next time you get in the car, oh, look this up. I mean, like,
Yes.
you gotta be resourceful, man. It is so much more than just it's just so much more. I think some people be looking for these dynamic answers to certain things. You know what I'm saying? But it's so easy. It's
Mhm.
so easy.
Absolutely.
Stop making it so difficult. Stop making this thing called life so difficult, because it's not difficult. It's gonna be difficult if you make it difficult. Understanding who you are and whose you are. You are a child of God, and He is the overseer of your household, over my household. So
Mm.
understanding that, understanding and
Now, Cheryl, you're not gonna get no offering today. I just want to tell you that because you really yeah, you got the whole message going on, but I just want to let you know that there's no plate at the end of this live.
you started it. but
I
yeah,
just wanted to share that with you. Just wanted to share.
I just like think that God uses me, you know, in beautiful, and I think it's a beautiful way, because He uses me because of who I am and my character. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is He said, I know you, Cheryl, and so this is what I want you to do. You're a talker. Talk to the people. Take them
Yes.
to their locations.
Yes.
Take them safely, get them there, and give them love. That's that's basically it. That's basically it.
So, Cheryl, I was very interested in your transportation services when Selena told me about you because my daughter,
Mhm.
many years ago now, when we lived in Maryland, she used to have a car service that would
Hmm.
take her from her daycare to school and then bring her back to her daycare. And she loved Miss Mary. Miss Mary and her were best friends. All the time they would talk. And so it's not many people who have the temperament, to
Hmm.
be honest, to drive children. You have bus drivers and you have some of them that don't like doing it, and then they have to have an attendant. But when you have kids in your car, it's a whole
Hmm.
different thing because you got a car full of kids and you have the temperament to drive them and do your job and keep them calm because kids they can
Yeah.
they can do that stuff as we all know. You driving
Yeah.
up the front and they in the back passing licks doing all types of stuff. So no, I mean, let's be, my
You're
sister
right.
is a daycare, she's a daycare provider. She's been a director of two daycares for many years, and so I hear her sometimes when she's on she'll be talking to me and she say I gotta go because they're in the back and somebody done hit somebody and somebody done threw something. Yeah, so it takes a special temperament. And so whenever I hear
Yeah.
about people who are doing car services, especially for kids, I'm like, this is something that you want to spotlight. Guys, if you're watching this and you are in Baltimore, because Miss Cheryl's transportation is in Baltimore, do you service Baltimore City and County, Miss Cheryl?
Yes. The east and the northeast, Baltimore City. I'm sorry. Let me say that again. Baltimore City and Baltimore County, east and northeast of Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct.
So if you are in those areas and you're watching and your kid is going back to school and you're like I was when I was in Baltimore, I didn't work in an area where I could get to my kid. I want to put a plug right here. Check out Miss Cheryl. Okay? I want you to check out Miss Cheryl. I want you to check out Miss Cheryl because she can do something that you can't. And we're going to put this flyer on our page. I believe there is a number here. There are other ways to contact her, but I want you to check. Yep, there's her number right in the middle. I'm sorry. Look, I'm lost, but it's right there in the middle on the bumper. Please check out Miss Cheryl. Please, please, please. Let's make sure that Miss Cheryl is not a one car service, but that she's a multiple car service. So let's start getting to her now. School starts on the 28th. School starts on the 28th, and I want you to call Miss Cheryl for that child that you cannot transport. Miss Cheryl also doesn't only transport children.
Right.
So, prom time is coming. Um,
Yeah.
you need
It's
transportation to the airport. You have a loved one who needs to go to a doctor's appointment. You heard her say she take people to doctor's appointments. This is a transportation service, period. Not just for children, but for your children, this is a safe place.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Yeah.
I am making a big plug right now, Miss Cheryl, because I am really, really, I love transportation services that can take care of our kids, especially because I had one.
Hmm.
And I had to trust Miss Cheryl to take care of mine. And her and my daughter were like best buddies. Until we moved here to North Carolina, her and my daughter were best buddies. So I was so very happy to hear about you. And I hope that this spotlight will increase the number of children or people that you drive.
Can I jump in real quick? Say something real
Absolutely.
quick. So, Lydia, what I found also, that that when I speak to the parents, right, it is I have parents who are really, like you say, they have to learn how to trust. They have some people like they trusting you, and I tell them
Mm-hmm.
all the time. I say, because I do FaceTime with them. I did lunch with a couple of them, and I wanted them to see me, to get all of me to understand. Like, I want you to understand something. Like, your child, when they come in my presence, they have become my responsibility. And so I think this is how just as I take that little one that was just sitting on my lap, you know, I'm gonna take care of them just like they're mine until I get them back to you. They are mine.
Hmm.
They're in my presence. They are in my responsibility. So whatever happens, it's me. I have to take care of them. So I'm trouble. The thing is to help the parents to be, get the relief that you saw moment like I got somebody. I had one lady. She was like, because last year I had my daughter. She was going to school, and the person was late picking them up, and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and also I be honest with them. If I can't, and I told them, I said, communication is very important. That's why we got FaceTime. That's why we got the phones and all that typing and texting. I said, oh, if anything should happen, if I'm late, or if I can't make it, if I can't, when it starts snowing, and I can't get out, I said I can make sure that I will call you and text you and let you know. And I'm not talking 10 minutes or 5 minutes. I'm talking about at least 2-3 hours prior to that. So it gives
Wow.
you enough time to say,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let me make sure that I get somebody else. So I just don't want them. I just don't want my parents to feel like, oh, she's just a fly by night. She's just doing it. No, we don't. No, this is not what I. This is what I do, and I
Yeah.
want to make it safe for them, for your child, safe for myself, and most definitely safe for you, so you can be relieved and say, okay, Miss Cheryl, thank you. I want to. We go. The thing is getting from point A to point B, but I want to make sure that you are okay as far as the parent is concerned. That you feel safe. That you don't have to be worried about where if the child is being picked up and if the child is being late getting there. Because I'm gonna tell you, just like I'm calling you. Hey, I'm 5 minutes. I'm 5 minutes away. I text in the morning. I'm 5 minutes away. I'm doing my part because I told him, I said, we have became a family. This is a family. And I want you to see me as Aunt Cheryl, Grandma Cheryl, Miss Cheryl. That's what the, you mind saying? Oh,
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes.
that's what, see, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. But, that's what I want them to understand. I'm here for you. I have became a part of the family, per se. We are a family. This is just
Yep.
not, so I just wanted to put that in there real quick.
But that takes us back to what Selena was saying about character and competence.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That is definitely the character and the competence in action. which does take us back to you, Miss Selena. So I've made my plug about Miss Cheryl. So now I'll make my plug about Miss Selena. I've
Yes.
worked with Miss Selena now for a few years, on and off with different projects. So guys, this is what I'm going to say to you.
Uh-oh.
You don't have time. She does.
Mm.
Okay?
Mm.
And she's going to make this commercial and put it out there because I've been admonishing her for a while to make this commercial. But if you are like me and you work every day and you have a brand that you are just trying to get going and you really don't have time. I work every day, I'm in school, and I do this. Okay? So my time is really, really gone. But you don't have time. Simply Optics, Selena, So Enterprises. Get it right? So Enterprises can do what you cannot.
Yeah.
So you need a flyer, you don't have time. So Enterprises does. So
Yeah.
you don't have a logo, you don't have time. So Enterprises does. Don't run to Fiverr. I like Fiverr too. But you have someone that you can meet and talk to and get this thing done. And it's a hands on thing. She's right there for you.
Yeah.
She's not just a face, she's not just a picture that you can't get to. This is someone that you can actually touch. Let's see. We are waiting for the commercial. You hear Adrian? Adrian is on. We are waiting for. I'm with you, Adrian. I'm with you.
It's
We are
coming
waiting
soon.
for the commercial
I love
because if you
it.
understand all of the things that she's capable of doing, a lot of times, and I want to say this to all of us who are entrepreneurs, who are business owners, who are creators. A lot of times what we think that we can do for ourselves, we don't have the time. But when you have somebody with the time, invest in them so that what you're trying to get done can still get done as professionally and with the same caliber that you would do it yourself. When you do that, that's what happens when you invest into So Enterprises.
Mhm.
and often
Okay?
and often people feel like they don't have the money. Like I gotta work some more to get the money to even outsource anything. I do it all myself because I just don't have the money. But what you don't realize is the quality and the leveling up that a professional doing this work for you does. It actually brings you up to a point where it makes the money come faster.
Yes.
Because when people know, in fact, Cheryl and I spoke about this in a recent check-in. People take you more seriously when they see official platform appearance. Like you have bright graphics and you have a phone number and an email. Everything is, the branding is consistent. It's not, you know, Cheryl12345 at gmail.com, and then the website is something totally different, and like they don't even know that you're all that is connected. When everything has a consistency, when there's continuity in your brand and in the marketing, they're like, whoa, they take notice. And so that actually brings more money, it brings more traffic, it brings more revenue that then also pays for itself. That's the point I want to make.
Mhm.
It pays for itself.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the major things is I've been noticing myself lately is that when you go into a business meeting, when you go into a networking event, the first thing people ask for is what is your website? It's so very important. So having a branding specialist like Simply Optics to come in and brand you is very important. If you don't mind me talking a little bit of your business, Selena, I'm asking for permission.
Go ahead, I trust you.
Okay. So when I say branding, and I wanted to say this way because I've been working on and off with Selena, and then I noticed with other people that branding is not just oh your logo, oh your this, but it's also like Selena said to me, what are your colors? So that every time they see this color, they know this is your brand.
Mhm.
What is your motto? Because every time they hear this statement, they know this is you. These are the type of things we need as entrepreneurs because we throw up something on Facebook. Oh, I'm having a flash sale. And people will buy, but after they buy for your flash sale, then you slow down.
Mm-hmm.
After they buy for your specific event, then they slow down. And when they come looking for it again, if you're not having a flash sale, it's like, where do I go again? But if you
Mm-hmm.
have a brand,
Mm-hmm.
something that's memorable that every time they think about, I want embroidery. Let me see Lydia. I'm plugging
Right.
myself right now. I want embroidery. I want embroidery. Let me see Lydia. You know, let me hook up with Lydia. Or I need a ride, and I know I can call Cheryl because Cheryl can get me there, and it's going to be a pleasant trip. Or I need a flyer. Oh, so Enterprises does all of these things. Or I need a life coach. Let me hit up Adrian Holloman, the dream coach.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
how these
Yeah.
things work. Or, Triple G Living is out there and Ebony is a therapist. And I need somebody to talk to. Let me call Ebony. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
plugging everybody today, y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes,
Let me
ma'am.
tell you, I'm plugging everybody. I need a
Right.
coach. My health and everything is not going well. I need an exercise coach. Let me call Coach Nia Washington. Okay?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need another life coach. Let me call Prophetess Madeline because
Yeah.
she's going to help me and take me there both spiritually and naturally. So will Adrian. I want to tell you. I know some good people, y'all. Y'all need to
Mm-hmm.
check them out. I know some good people. There are great people that come on here that do a lot of things. But you have these entrepreneurs out here. I need clothes and I'm in Maryland. Let me try out Sheba, Lady Lanyard Robinson over in Randallstown. I'm telling
Okay.
you
Okay.
today, guys, check it out. These people are here and they will take care of you. I'm a man and I need somebody to dress me. Let me check out Jared Jones. Jared Jones. People don't even know that Jared Jones is one of the best, what is it, personal shoppers? I think that's what they call them. When they
Mm-hmm.
take and put together, that's what he does.
Or the
So
Mitzi
you have
Band.
all of these people around you right in your midst that you don't know. This is the entrepreneur site. This is the entrepreneur spotlight today, guys. Look, and as you can see, I have my throat back. I'm not coughing anymore, so I can talk.
Ah.
Ha ha! Look at that. Look at
That's
that.
right.
But yes, this is the entrepreneur spotlight. You have all these entrepreneurs right here. You need a photographer. You have Miss Jo DeAsia. She does photos for me. Or you have Miss Shireen Tate. She's not in Maryland, but if you give her the right price, I'm sure she'll take your picture.
All right.
Okay, check these people out. Look their names up on Facebook. You may not see them on television, but these are great entrepreneurs. Great entrepreneurs. You looking for a daycare for your kid? Check out Tooneytown. Hey, that's my sister right there. Miss Esther Chapman has two, one on the east and one on the west. They gonna take care of your kid and keep them safe.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need a caterer, please check out Rachel Chapman at Divine Dishes. Look, I'm telling you, I know everybody, y'all. I know everybody. You need
Yeah.
somebody to dance for you. Call head to toe. Alonzo Chapman. So I'm gonna plug everybody, but I'm definitely gonna plug my own.
Yeah. Right.
Okay? You need body wash and soap and all that. Check out Chapman Creations
Yeah.
with my sister Arve Chapman. If you need a bow tie, check out Cruz Creations. Miss Dina Cruz Connor, she's always on here. If you need to travel, you know I ain't gonna leave my girl out. Check out Wilson's Travel with Lucretia
Tell me what.
Wilson. She can take you from Maryland to Italy to Rome to the Bahamas. She can get you there at the right price. We have everything that we need. The other thing with this entrepreneur spotlight, ladies, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I want to tell everybody who's watching to please let's start buying black.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Let's start buying black. So we hear Kathy Hughes say it when we listen to the radio, and we hear
Yep.
everybody saying it. But other communities turn their dollar over 7 times. Let's begin to turn our dollar over in our community. Let's
Mm-hmm.
invest in us. Because when we begin to invest in us, then that's how we all get better together.
That's right. That's right.
And that's what's going on today if you haven't realized what this spotlight is about. We are 3 African American women here talking about the different businesses that we have. And when I invest my dollar in So Enterprises when I have a dollar to invest. And if I had a kid right now that was at the age for transportation, please understand I would be calling on Miss Cheryl. Hey, can you take my kid? And when I did have a kid, I also invested in an African American business. Even then, Miss Mary was African American lady. Let's start turning our dollar over in our community. We have so many talents and we have so many small business owners. And if you don't mind me putting one more tad bit in there, let's black business owners, let's not cost more than everybody else.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Because we want people to invest in us, but we cost more than everybody else. And then that's why everybody goes to Angie's List and don't come to
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Right.
They go to Angie's List instead of coming to you because you cost 500 and Angie's List is 250.
Right.
Let's
That's
work
actually a major
together in
part of
our
brand.
communities. Say that
Yeah.
again.
That's actually a major part of branding.
Yeah.
In addition to
Yeah.
if you're so focused on the profit margin that you don't pay attention to what the effect that price that yields the profit margin that you want is going to communicate to your target market. You're not looking at the whole scope of your business. Oh, I want to make this much off of this product, but you're not thinking about the persons that are going to buy from you. I'd rather reach 100 people buying that one product versus me getting this large profit margin off of one person buying it. If 100 people are buying that one product and they have a great experience with me, like they have in Miss Cheryl's car, they're going to keep coming back and they're going to tell other people
Yep.
to come back. And so
Mm-hmm.
that creates revenue over time. That
Yep.
cash
Right.
flow just keeps increasing and increasing. You stuck on that one product, making that profit margin that you want. You gotta think bigger, and yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I
So
agree. I agree with that.
I want to share this commercial real quick with you guys. So hold on 1 second and we'll be right back. Hey guys, that was Miss Selena's commercial. I just wanted to
I,
share that with y'all. That was hot. That
You
was
did you
hot. That
see
was
the little
hot.
snippet though? Did you see the you don't have time, but
I
when you
saw
do,
it.
I
I
got you
saw it.
good.
I saw it. I
Okay.
saw it. I saw it. You
But
told me to play it, and I was like, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. That was awesome. That was awesome,
yeah.
ladies. Thank you so much. We are past an hour. I took a little longer because the first 3 minutes was kind of caught up with my cough, and I wanted to make sure that we had a good conversation. I hope you enjoyed being here today.
I did. I
thank you,
did.
I
Liddy.
hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed being here. Look, guys, thank you again for watching us and coming on with us and commenting and being a part of the conversation. I want to tell you guys about Life Happens. Life Happens is coming up October the 21st. And we are getting to the place where we have to make sure we get all of our tickets in. So, October the 21st, Life Happens. I need you to register today. Life Happens is the conference that we do each year. And during this conference, we have spiritual leaders combined with mental health professionals. And we want to make sure that we are completely healed. A lot of times we go to church and we get healed and we think we're done. But sometimes we need a mental health professional to talk to us to make sure that that healing is that we're living through and walking through that healing. And
Absolutely.
so to do so, we have Life Happens. I'm gonna put it back up one more time. This year, our special guests are we have the Washingtons. Guys, you are in for a treat. Apostle Cameron and Overseer Naya Washington are a wealth of information. We have Miss LaDawn Bridges. She is a licensed counselor. She will be there with us. We have the dream coach herself, Miss Adrienne Holloman. Let me tell you, if it's in you, she can pull it out of you. we have a community leader and an all-around man's man, Mr. James Conner, and he will be there speaking with the men. We have Pastor Charlie Taylor. Pastor Charlie Taylor is hilarious, but he has a word of wisdom. And then our keynote speaker this year is Dr. Michael Barnes. Look, I'm telling all of you, get your ticket today. Register. You can register at our link tree, which is Simply Optics. Please tell me I got this right. Is that correct?
Yes.
At our link tree, HDK Productions. Also, you can go on our page. There is a link there that also tells you how to register for this event. Look, last year we sold out and we had a great time. I think I don't even have to think. People still are talking about it this year, asking me if I was going to do it. They actually asked me to do it twice this year, but I want us to build up to where we do it more than once. But look, tickets are going to go really, really fast. And so I'm asking everybody, get your ticket today. It is only $60. And what you're going to get for your $60, I promise you, it is far more. It's worth far more than $60. Just the lineup itself, trust me, is worth more than $60. And then just the information and the healing that takes place in the room is amazing. Our lunch is catered, so you're not getting just somebody down in the kitchen, frying up some chicken. That's not what we're doing. This is a catered lunch. Along with, we have a continental breakfast, which is not what you call a Danish in a little plastic packet. You have real continental breakfast, nice breakfast. So please, I say again, just register today. Come out to Life Happens. Get the information. Get what you need and be blessed. Because a lot of you won't step into a therapist's office, but this is where you get to interact with a therapist. And you also can get some prayer if you need prayer. Yeah. Look, we really, it's all about healing the full man. That's my spiel for today about Life Happens. You will be seeing more very soon because this is going to be such an awesome event this year. And for the first time, we have a sponsor this year. Thrivent is our sponsor, and Simply Optics is one of our sponsors. So if you would like to be a sponsor for Life Happens, please contact us at the Lioness Den online, and we will give you the details about being a sponsor. Thank you again for joining us, ladies. Thank you for letting me go through all of my spiel there because I had a lot of it today. And thank you, everybody. Please join us next week on the Lion's Den with Bishop Irwin. Schofield will be our guest host, and he will have his panel of men there to discuss men things. We thank you so much, and we see you next time on the Lion's Den. Have a great Saturday.
Let's go. I don't know what you're going through, but we stopped by to tell you that what's in front of you is bigger than what's behind you. Your destiny, your promise, your future. You might as well shout before you get it, because God sent me here to tell you that what he has for you is gonna be big. I believe that it's my season. That it's my season. You ought to declare that over your own life. Say, I believe. I believe that it's my time. That it's my time. It's my time.